episode of Walk with TJ. Once again, I would like to invite you to walk with me, and as we walk, let us meditate upon the word of the Lord and what God is telling us today, and also the joy of doing this channel is that not only I can walk with you, but at the same time we can marvel at the beauty of God's creation, of what He has done in this world. That only a wonderful, magnificent, greatest creator, that is the Lord our God, can make. Right now I'm here in Garret Mountain Reservation Park in Woodland Park, New Jersey. It's a very nice park, and right now it's we're in the first month of the fall season, and right now the beauty of nature is on display. Makikita po natin yung ganda ng nature because the leaves are changing colors. Let me show you the view of what I'm looking at right now. So, this is the view that I'm looking at right now. Well, it's not yet the peak of fall. It's like what I said, it's only the first month. But I think in the next week or so, all these leaves will be red and yellow like that. As you can see, there's a lot of things to like about fall. You know, yung pagpapalit ng kulay, just like what I said, Mother Nature is displaying her beauty for us to see. But the only thing that I don't like about fall is after the fall, the next season would be winter. And during the winter time, it's the start again of very cold season. As you know, when winter comes, lahat ng mga leaves from the trees will be gone, and the days will be shorter, the night times are longer, and of course it's very cold. And pagka sinwerte-swerte ka, medyo matinding snowstorm ang pagdadaanan mo. So, but before I worry about that, let's enjoy the beauty of this creation of the Lord in this beautiful scenery that I'm looking at right now. Actually, if I could just physically invite you to come here and walk with me, I'm sure you will also enjoy the beauty that I am enjoying right now. So right now it's a cold day. Well, cold, but it's not really that cold for me. Every time that I have to wear this jacket, it's cold. Right now the temperature is around 50, I think it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So in Celsius I think it's around 12 something. So it's cold and it's breezy, mahangin, and that's what's adding to the cold feel. And just like what I said, I'm here right now in Garret Mountain. Itong mountain na to is just a short mountain. Maliit lang naman siya. It's not that tall. But this mountain is in the middle of residential areas. So mamaya I will be showing you a place that overlooks the city that surrounds it. Tayong nasa Antipolo, Overlooking. Yan yung Marikina, yung Quezon City, Makati. Joke lang. See, so those are the buildings in New York. So yun, nandito, New York yan. And this buildings here, it's called Patterson, New Jersey. I decided to walk here today because this morning I was reading the passage from Psalm chapter 121. It's a very famous passage. In fact, it is called the compilation of these Psalms from 120 to Psalm 134. They are called Song of Ascents. You know, those who sang this, mga pilgrims, they have sang these songs as they were going up to the mountains. Sometimes on their trip to Jerusalem, some of the people who sang these songs are the ones who came back from their exile, and some are those who are traveling from other places going to Jerusalem, and they have to pass through the mountains. And some are the builders of the temple, and some are the Levites. And commentator said that they have found the scrolls of these songs and they have compiled them together, and they were called the Song of Ascents. And if you will read those passages from Psalm 120 to 134, the common topic is the mountain and also Jerusalem. So as I was walking here today, so it reminded me of the passage that is said in Psalm 121 verses 1 and 2, New Living Translation. I look up to the mountains. Does my help come from there? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. What a beautiful passage from that psalm. So for many people during those times, mountain means a lot of different things. For some, mountain could be a difficult struggle to go through, because if you have to just like these pilgrims, when they have to travel from where they came from going to Jerusalem, they will have to pass through the mountains. For some, it could be a place of refuge, because it could be that during those times when these songs were written, Israel is always under constant attack by the enemies. So if they have the mountain to somehow make it difficult for the enemies to attack them, then it will be a big help sa mga Israelites. For some, mountain could be a place of challenge. We can see this in the life of Elijah, because as we have seen, he challenged the prophets of Baal in Mount Carmel. If you will read the story, diba yung he challenged which God will be able to send fire to consume the offering. So mountain could be different for different people. I would assume that for these pilgrims, maybe they were under attacks during that time. So they viewed the mountain as a refuge. They viewed the mountain as something that could stop the enemies from directly attacking them with ease. You know, so that's why when they were passing through that mountain, they were reminded by the Lord that look at the mountains. So when they look up to the mountains, this idea have sprung up to them, that when I look into the mountain, which helps as a protector from the enemies, do I really look at that as something that will protect me? Does my help come from the mountain? Does my protection comes from the mountain? And then I believe the pilgrims during their journey, they were clearly reminded by the Lord that their help does not come from the mountains. Their help comes from the Lord. And I believe that is a very good realization of what God is and what He can do to their life. I think looking into the mountain just like this one gave these pilgrims the visual aid of what this mountain can do for them. But more than that, it made them realize what the God who created, who placed this mountain in its position, can really do for them. It is easy to take refuge in the knowledge that you have the physical things that you have. It's easy to take refuge in knowing that you have a good job to hold on to. It is easy to take refuge knowing that you have a lot of money in your bank account. It's easy to take refuge knowing you have all these material things, physical things that you can easily utilize in times of need. And just like what these Israelites, these pilgrims have realized, I think the message that I have for us today is not only to take refuge on those things, not only to be physically dependent on those things, but more to be dependent and take refuge in the wisdom and knowledge that God, who created everything, is always there for us. He is our refuge. He is our defender. He is the one that will really fight for us when all else are not able to come and rescue us. Well, let me just stop here for a moment and use this beautiful color as my background. Just like what I'm saying, there is a danger in totally putting our trust and hope on the physical things that we have, because the danger is we might draw our security, we might draw our hope, we might draw our identity even on those physical things that we have. Just a quick testimony, I can say that I am not a prideful person. I'm not boastful, but back when I was younger in the sense that when I was on my maybe mid-20s to mid-30s, I was working for a very good company. I was earning a good amount of money, but back in the Philippines, the amount of money that I earned during those times is way higher than the average salary of people my age during the time. During that time I had my own car, and then when I got married and we are starting a family, we were able to buy our own house in a decent subdivision village in the Philippines. Even though I'm not a prideful person, at least when I look at the things that I have during those times, I could say that I made it. I worked hard. Pinagtrabahuhan ko naman to, so I think that I deserve it. And then the time came when I have to move here to the US, so I have to let go of all the things that I thought I have made during those times. And here in America, God has taught me a process in my life that I would have to be humble. We came to the point that we don't have a place to live for the next few days, and we are at the mercy of our very good pastor, our senior pastor, Bishop Alex Bonifacio, to allow my family to stay in their house in a very beautiful community. But looking back now at this time, I was thinking, what if Bishop Alex did not allow us to stay there? Then we would have lived in the streets during those times. So God has taught me to be humble and to detach myself from the physical things, not to take my refuge, not to take my comfort on the things that I have, but to take my refuge and my trust in the Lord. That if I will trust Him in everything that I do, the Lord will lead me will give me the proper guidance, will give me the right direction in my life. And I think that is the same message that I would like to share with you in this quick video. let us not draw our security, our trust, our refuge on the physical things that are for us. Yes, we can enjoy those things. Those are provided by a very generous giver, just like what I have discussed in the other video. But more than the things that were given to us, more than the physical things, the nature, the job, the pleasure that we could get from this, let us draw our security and our hope and our refuge on the one who has given this to us, and that is our Lord our God. And if we will take our refuge from Him, we will be very sure that He will always be there to console us if there will be times that the material things are not enough. He will be there to give us wisdom when we don't know what to do. He will be there to provide when all those resources are drying up. And He will be there to remind us that He is the Creator and He is in control of our life. So I think that's my short meditation for all of you today. Once again, thank you for walking with me and enjoying this beautiful creation. So next time, I would like to invite you again to walk with me, and let's grow in faith as we burn our fat. See you next time. God bless you.